Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another edition. I guess it's the sort of desk. I'm not too sure. My platform to rant, rave, and rave, bitch, and be more on all things that encompass OCW and its subsidiaries, which are being cost effectively shuttered as needed. I already said my name is JCS, but I forgot if I said it or not because head trauma. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I was supposed to do a podcast today, but due to the fact that snowboarding accident, not mine, because I don't do that. That's a thing for people that don't have melanin do. I wanted to snowboard when I was younger and I couldn't because it cost money for a snowboard, and I wanted to go to the fucking thing with my friends. And anyway, back to the action. We're not unpacking childhood trauma. Anyway, that's why there's no other podcast, but basically it made it about me too. Why am I a narcissist? Might be slightly nasty word. Basically, listener discretion is strongly advised, so no comments on that. A couple things. First and foremost, we far and exceeded our fundraising goal. As always, thank you to the OCWFED community for fucking putting it downtown Julie Brown. The following people should be named. Well, I'm going to name them anyway because that's a polite thing to do. For some reason, John Carter says pending, so we'll put him in the maybe column. How come it's an estimated transfer? That's crazy. John got that shit on hold. Anyway, shout out to John Carter, Emp, Jack Mo, Stupid Gerald, Toronto Jake, aka Light Smythe, Crow Didi Wonder, Junkie, Piff as always, Rye, aka Marisa, the pig, Pew, B17. He's using Jerry's avatar, so it confused me. Rex, fuck him also. Spooter, Melon, and I think that's everybody. So thank you very much. We're able to pay for our shit for this quarter, and that means I will not bother anybody until June, July, as per the rules. So thank God that shit is over, and and away we go. So shout out to that website. I like the website. It's just that this shit is expensive, but hey, I paid like till 2018, 2019 out my pocket thousands of dollars. So you know what? It's time to collect for the shite, baby. So thank you everybody who participated and helped us raise money for this motherfucker. It keeps the wheels rolling and it keeps the lights on, and that's always a good thing. I'm waiting for my fucking host to just hit me with some other bullshit, but it'd be like that sometimes. We'll cover it as we go along. Moving right along, we have Return to Action essentially next. It's supposed to be Friday, but due to personal obligations of a personal nature, i.e. the kid, and it doesn't matter. So it's probably going to be Saturday. I'll keep the community abreast if it's Friday at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Saturday at 3:05 Eastern Standard Time. That's the beauty of flexibility. Could do whatever the hell we want. That's for the next cup, which is its own little event. If you want to submit stuff for it, that's fine, but don't get stupid. It should be what? Let me see. If you got 4 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, and then a final of 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. So if you want to submit a little something to get your little stuff popping before the actual show returns, go for it. Just keep it brief, keep it succinct, and keep it adequate. Speaking of adequate, shout out to everybody for 21 year anniversary. I think I forgot to do the ratings for 21 year anniversary. Actually, I know I forgot to do the ratings for 21 anniversary because once that bitch was done, I went into full leave me alone mode. And as you know, we've been kind of just chilling for the most part, other than a Christmas episode of the Toin Buckle. So that being said, I'll probably put on the ratings so you guys can vote on that if you can remember these matches, because them shits is no longer fresh anymore. So I apologize for screwing that pooch, so to speak. Where else was I? Blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, we're coming back at it. I think the show returning is Turmoil. Don't remember the number. Maybe 341, 342. One of those. I'm pretty sure it's Turmoil, which will be hosted by Piff Branson. That'll be tomorrow. The card is when we'll get it. We have the next cup following on January 9th or 10th. So that being said, I do have the bracket for the next cup, which you can follow along with me because I'm going to include the bracket right now because why the hell not, right? You know, so we're going to include that bracket. So if you're watching along, feel free to grab the the link in the posting that this is located at, and you can follow along with us. I think I'm going to put this on the actual news section versus the podcast section, or maybe I'll do both because I'm a greedy little pig. But it looks as follows, because I have to pull it up. We don't have the modern technology stuff. So next cup start. All right, let's talk a little next cup as soon as the photo loads. Jesus. All right. Speaking of next cup, we have a couple injuries regarding the next cup. Pearl, aka Jim, aka Bash, is out the picture for the foreseeable future. Fortunately, had some incidents. Which, long story short, I'm giggling because I don't know why I'm giggling. Am I a sociopath? Maybe, or maybe just I don't know how to. Yeah, bad times for the console. So Jim is out of action for a while until that gets sorted. So we have to have a replacement. We have a replacement. It's a mystery, like Evolution. Doing things that no one sees. And speaking of, so that'll be a mystery opponent versus Steven Jackson in our, I guess, one of our intermittent beginning brackets. Is intermittent goes with beginning? Probably not, but I don't care. English is not my first language. We also have a replacement for AC Cobra. Allegedly, the word on the street is that he's trying to lawyer his way back into the next cup. It's probably not going to work, but for the sake of K-Fizz and just unpredictability, what's left with the people who actually care about unpredictability, it's potentially either AC Cobra or mystery opponent. But his opponent, or whoever the mystery opponent is, will be Kami Ohata, as was intended. We have in the third semifinal, Cheyenne Lovelace taking on the Goozler. Can Cheyenne punch Goozlers? I guess we'll go find out. Maybe we could do some predictions after that, after the fact. We have, and finally, in the last quarterfinal, we have Trey Golden, a.k.a. Hurricane Trey, a.k.a. It Takes 7 Business Days to Get My Entrance Trey, taking on Junko Jirota. So that's an exciting round of quarter finals, I suppose. It's a dark horse for Steven Jackson, so can't really make a prediction, but Stevie is known to pay the bills, so we'll see what happens. Cameo versus either AC Cobra versus Cameo, that's an interesting combination. Maybe we will go with Cobra in that respect, but now it's a potential mystery. So if it is in fact a mystery, not AC Cobra, then the potential might go to Cameo Hada, who is a game competitor, and that's all I gotta say about that. Cheyenne Lovely versus the Goozler. Now this one, I would have to give to the Goozler just for the simple fact that he's a very big Goozle man. And I don't know if Cheyenne could punch the bigness out the Goozle. So that's a mixed match of the grandest caliber. So we'll see how that turns out. And also, if you have your own predictions based on this little shitty sheet. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't know where I'm going with that. That's the beauty. My face hole goes way faster than my brain stem, if you did not notice. So it often leads to hilarious accidents and also the very worst things and sometimes the greatest things from that horseshit. Then we have Trey Golden, Junko Jirota. This is interesting. I want to say Junko Jirota just for the simple fact that it's destiny, I suppose, but who knows? Those are my predictions. Feel free to add your own on the Discord or on the site. It be like that sometimes. That being said, interesting on the next cup, so I'm excited for it. Hope you guys are too. Next week we will crown a brand new one, or the first ever next cup, and it got me thinking about the history. If you notice, we've been going through some. Well, actually, now we're working our way downtown, watching it paint dry. I do believe 2017 and 16 are being worked on right now. All the Turmoils from 2015 until 2017 have been uploaded. So has the Riot from 2016, 2017. So expect those on top of a plethora of 2016, 15, 14, and 17 pay-per-views or FLEs or what's it called? Freemium live events, FLEs, to be uploaded probably within the stat track within the next a couple of days or so, hopefully. I was like looking at cage matches. It slowly gets propagated with information and a lot of questions, especially going back, looking at some of the history and some of the matches. Like, why was this? Like, I think the funny thing is trying to go back and figure out why a match was booked or what the fuck happened and trying to gauge it. Because I look at something now and go, what the fuck is happening? Like, who allowed this? And at the end of the day, it's pretty much I allowed it. So go figure on that front. It's funny looking at little stats in here and there, Or my thing is, if someone like, let's say someone complained throughout the years and you pull up their stats, it's like, motherfucker, you had like 25, 30 plus main events, like 30 plus championships. What the fuck are you crying about? But I digress. It's just fun to have numbers. It's also fun to weaponize those numbers too, for good and bad. That's the beauty of this kind of shit. So it's fun. I enjoy it. Look forward to that. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, actually, we can check this now. It's not worth mentioning because I don't think they would either mention it, but someone else mentioned it. I was like, huh? And I had to double check. Let's see if the proof's in the pudding. Oh, this doesn't work. That's interesting. I have to click on it manually. That's annoying. Anyway, okay, looks like, where was I? Yes. All right. Yeah, I was right. Okay. So it looks like Dragana is at 402 days as Pride champion. So shout out to Dragana. Nice little milestone. Let's see what other milestones we could check right now. Let's see. Marissa just hit 305, and that's very adequate as 305 because that's the code for Miami, which stands for I mean, you can Google that if you want. But yeah, so 305 for the champ of the women. That's hilarious. So let's see. Oh, Cobra. Cobra with 15 days. Yeah, buddy. You go, Cobra. Amp looks like 240 since the last update. Is it updated concurrently? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. We had 240 for Amp. I thought it was less or more. I don't know. North American 37, International 171, Tag 92 with 1 defense. How rousing. Hardcore champion. Haha, that is not a thing in 2025. Speaking of, I was looking at the suggestion box that had a lot of I hate saying but I'm not professional. The suggestion box that had quite a few suggestions, and that was only for like a single day, and then it died. I know one of them was mentioned. I just remember able to talk about it. They basically, someone, I'm not sure who, suggested maybe a hardcore title, and it's like, no. I mean, I shouldn't say no, but it's like, why? As of currently, we have 7. We have CCW, OCW, I guess, and women's as for the women's side, top tier, I guess, or upper card. You have for the middle card, in some aspects, you have the North American and International. That's 5 total. If you want to add tag, should probably consider middle because it's its own subspecies of components of a team, whatever. If you want to put that there or below, it doesn't matter. That one is I guess mid-range, I suppose. And then we have Pride. So hold up, 5, 6. What am I missing? I'm missing a title. What the fuck title am I missing? OCW, CCW, North American, International, Tag, Pride. Oh yeah, that's it. No wait, 6? Is it 6? Am I bugging? Nah, it had to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. It's World Championship, CCW Championship, Women's Championship, North American International Tag Team, and Pride. Yeah. So adding another title to the mix really wouldn't really do anything. And then, like, in the instance of like a hardcore title, right? That means that if there's an actual match that involves hardcore shenanigans, which has been actually happening more and more on the event, we'll have like one in 21 anniversary, we had like 3, which is a rarity at times. Speaking of, that was only 4 hours and 5 minutes. So, I mean, we could have got less than 3, but it'd be like that. But either way, shout out to y'all for that. One of the better events, given the amount of fucking matches. I'm glad people were enough trying to be succinct. Where was I? Yes. So yeah, adding an 8th championship for what? Like, I'm not even trying to be like combative or like, oh, it'll be fun, but like, why? Because see, this is how I look at things, and this is basically people's fault. I'm not saying y'all specifically, but just in general, people. So right, let's say like, you know, then the new title hardcore is not on the show. It's like, oh, why am I not on the pay-per-view? I thought championships go on the pay-per-view. Like, yeah, sometimes, but it's hard to, if you just hard book 7 matches on a pay-per-view, you kind of only leave room for like 2, 3 title matches. So sometimes a good story could make way for a title. And like, I basically TLD, I don't care. I'm not gonna have like 11 championships for what? Looking back, like, look at the records. I've been looking at records in OCW, and it's like, it's just so chaotic. Thankfully, nothing has to be retired, but like, it doesn't make any sense to bring in like a hardcore championship. Like at one point, I was like, oh, women's championship. Why? No. Oh, women's trios championship. Why? Why would I try to force 6 people in various time zones? It's like a pain. Like I know it's annoying. Like, right? Why would I make you guys annoyed? That's how I look at it as an older person, as an elder. But I digress. I could be wrong. Who the fuck knows? Maybe people just want pixels to feel good about themselves, even if they don't deserve them, because that happened in the old country a lot. Like just random title. Oh, it's a title. No one cares. Like I was watching like the Rise and Fall and Rise of Juki. Like, oh, I didn't know he was this type. Like, what? It's silly. So yeah, that's why I'm not doing any title. I actually might compress them down the line, given circumstances. So who knows? What else? I think that's there's World War Tour. So I wanted to do an event during the break, but again, I needed a break, and I'm sure you guys needed a break too. So it's like, why even like bother people to do stuff? So y'all can chill out, relax, reassess, recoup, recharge, rejuvenate, feel good and stuff. So I figured to take it easy. But the World War Tour will be a thing. That and live. I want to do live shows, but it's just timing and shit like that. So we'll figure something out. Toss a live show together, get some interesting matches and shit like that. Because like the shows themselves are always interesting. Like, why have a live show? It's not like before where we were. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Show moderation, I suppose. Pretty much. What else do I have on the docket? I didn't have much. There's a lot of lag, so I figured I might as well like knock some shit out in between time. But yeah, we're back at it Monday. So prepare yourselves, and the card will come out on Monday as well for Turmoil. Back in the swing of things, per the usual, and pretty much, yeah, protect your neck at all times. You know what? I wouldn't actually mind, kind of, but then again, it's like, what's the point? Because we don't keep brands super like I wouldn't mind an ambition title to come back, but at the point, who we gonna like not for nothing, not to be negative Nancy Pantsy, but like a lot of the ambition folks need a little bit of seasoning. So it doesn't make, but then, all right, so then if we do the ambition, then we got to do the ambition. We're saying, no, fuck, we ain't doing that. Nah, we ain't doing all that. Nah, see, made my life simple. Now we'll make it simpler. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, hit me up on Discord or Discord or the site, but mostly Discord, because the site, I check once or twice or 3 times a day. So maybe the site might be a good idea, a good option. I want to get more news on there, but it's like hard to generate stuff at the time, because reasons that I don't have in my head. There's some updates that are being planned in the interim, because what was supposed to happen is there was supposed to be a lot. Like, I was supposed to like keep working after the 21-year anniversary, but then I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take a fucking break. So all I've really been doing is updating stats on the chart to be imported to the cage match section, as opposed to actual other stuff that I probably should have worked on. Like, I want to redo the roster page for like the last year. The idea that I've had, Jim has done some testing on it. It came out okay, but I felt it was a little complex. So this one will be a little bit nicer. If you have an idea, you can just look at the front page to get an idea. Think of that, maybe scaled down a little bit. Little vibes, depending on maybe you're standing in the company, or maybe like stuff that you did. So I use that vague example as what I'm thinking about. Also, registration on the site is closed for the most part right now, because why keep it open? Most of the people that sign up, I mean, not the best and brightest, and not in the mood anymore. So that's just if you were wondering. If you have a friend of a friend, or your cousin baby daddy wants to join, he or she can wait until I turn on the registration, which probably won't be for a foreseeable future. So if you want to sneak back in, the best time would probably be when the new game comes out, or maybe even the summer of 2026. I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll see. I think that kind of does it for me. Any questions, feel free to ask me. Almost forgot. We will be doing, we have, I think, 2 more people. I have to double check for the guest booker for Riot. So I'll check the sheet, and if it is in fact another like I don't know who's up. I have to double check. So if there's nobody up, we'll roll it and figure it out. And then next over the weekend we'll get that person in and they'll book the Riot show forthcoming the week after next. Just so I didn't forget. But yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I think that does it for me. I'm glad. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I hope everybody got to recharge and rest and all that good stuff because we're back in the bullshit on Monday. Okay, thank you. God bless. Peace out. And tutus, my guy.